Good morning again, and welcome to Biospain 2021, this leading international event on biotechnology organized by the Spanish Bioindustry Association, ASEBIO, the Government of Navarre, and the Navarre Public Development Enterprise, SODENA. At this great event, we have the opportunity to learn about the latest trends in biotechnology from prestigious national and international speakers, and the chance to foster multiple opportunities to partnership, investment, and technology transfer. We have now the opportunity to give the floor to Ana Polanco, President of ASEBIO. Thank you.
Good morning. It is an honor for me as President of ASEBIO to welcome you all, researchers, investors, companies, research centers, public administration, authorities, and sponsors to this 10th edition of Biospain. Many thanks to the Government of Navarra and to SODENA, especially for their work with ASEBIO in a very uncertain situation so that Biospain 2021 could take place in Navarra. For ASEBIO, the work we have done together over the last 2 years is an example of what we understand by a public-private partnership. This collaboration has become even more valuable with the pandemic. Many thanks to the President of Navarra, Maria Chivite, and Regional Minister for Economic and Business Development, Miquel Irujo, for being with us here today. Many thanks also to the Secretary of State for Trade, Siana Mendez, and to the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism for supporting the biotechnology sector once again. I would like to congratulate the Government of Navarra for its commitment to research and development and to our sector. We should not forget that Navarra has a biomedical cluster that houses some of the most attractive and international renowned Spanish biomedical companies. I was talking about the importance of partnership, and I would like to begin today with that message. Biospain, Spain's major international biotechnology event, has been possible not only thanks to the partnership between the Government of Navarra and ASEBIO, but also as a result of unprecedented international efforts in science and research. No one could have imagined that we were going to have access to a vaccine only 9 months after the pandemic has been declared. I would like to highlight the titanic effort made by researchers, governments, and companies around the world to find solutions to the pandemic. These solutions are the result of the work of many stakeholders in the biotechnology sector in various countries. More than ever, biotechnology has crossed national boundaries, working flexibly and efficiently together. This global and international scope of the sector is my second message today. This event that we are inaugurating today is perhaps more meaningful than ever. This year, the biotechnology has shown that, as Marie Curie put it, after all, science is essentially international. Biospain 2021 is the reflection of this partnership and global effort that defines the biotechnology sector. Thanks to this global perspective, we have 7 vaccines that have been approved worldwide and more than 200 in the research phase. In the coming days, more than 700 participants from 30 countries are going to attend this event, and they will connect and share their efforts and knowledge on important topics for the public agenda, including pandemics, climate change, advanced therapies, personalized molecular medicine, and sustainable agri-food. In fact, our sector is not only crucial in the fight against pandemics, but biotechnology is also essential for providing solutions to climate change, industrial transformation, sustainable food, and new sources for clean energy. I would like to highlight the work done by the Spanish agri-food sector, which has demonstrated its production capacity by ensuring the food supply since the beginning of the health emergency. I would like to mention another piece of information. Bio-based products can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 65%, making biotechnology essential for achieving the green transition. The transversal ability to transform our society is a great strength that makes our sector strategic for Spain's recovery. The backdrop to Spain's recovery also includes ambitious agendas such as the one set by the Sustainable Development Goals and the recent Spain 2050 Development Plan. We are at a turning point. Apart from these global goals, we have European strategies and plans, including the pharmaceutical strategy, the industrial strategy, the Green Deal, and the Next Generation funds. They will all define the direction of Spain's recovery, and biotechnology will have a leading role to play. Biotechnology is an essential tool in 11 of the 17 SDGs with good reason. The strategic nature of the sector also lies in its commitment to science and innovation, which are major drivers for economic growth, essential drivers for achieving a new, more productive economic model, which more closely resembles that of countries like Germany and France. We are the 8th country in the world in terms of production of scientific knowledge and the 5th in advanced therapies. We have a business fabric which, according to a Sevilla 2020 report, has become consolidated in recent years with almost 800 biotech companies and private investment which doubled in 2020, exceeding 150 million. The biotechnology sector is also a knowledge-intensive industrial sector capable of transforming more than 940 million of investment in R&D into high-quality employment and economic growth, accounting for 0.87% of the GDP this year. I have spoken to you about the importance of partnership, the international dimension of biotechnology, the strategic nature of the sector for the recovery agenda, and its strengths for the new economic model that our country needs. We are going to be part of all this here at Biospain. In the year in which biotechnology has taken center stage, Biospain is going to be the world showcase of Spanish biotechnology. We are going to see examples of vibrant biotech ecosystem over the coming days. Those samples are excellent evidence of a dynamic industrial fabric of companies working on biotechnological developments that are made in Spain. I mentioned at the beginning that this is the 10th edition of Biospain. Biospain has grown and established itself as an international benchmark event over the last 10 years and has done so in tandem with our biotechnological ecosystem. Now, a decade later, we are experiencing a unique moment of transformation with tools such as the Next Generation funds to reinforce our strategic industrial sector. Welcome to Biospain. I am convinced that this forum for the exchange of knowledge will be a catalyst to continue demonstrating that those of us who work in biotechnology are working to improve people's lives and the sustainability of the planet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ana Polanco. It's a great pleasure to have today with us Sienna Mendez, the Secretary of State for Trade at the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism of the Government of Spain, who is here to officially open Biospain. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anna, for your words. Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today with all of you in person, with some of you in person. I think that 900 people are attending this edition of Biospain 2021, and 500 will attend it physically. That's great news. After a year and a half of virtual meetings, during which, from the Secretary of State for Trade, we have not stopped to put forward initiatives to support firms in the internationalization process, it is really good to finally see each other in person, because this is the way business are finally done. And hopefully soon these hybrid events will become entirely face-to-face. First, I would like to thank the President of Navarra, Maria Chivite. President, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here today in the Balbarte Conference Center and Auditorium in Pamplona today. It's an impressive premise. Navarra has one of the most dynamic, Anna, you mentioned, biomedical clusters in Spain with tremendous trade and investment opportunities. Also, is also very important regarding the European Union. I would also like to thank Ana Polanco, President of ASEBIO, for inviting me to the inauguration of Biospain 2021, because, Ana, as you know, ASEBIO is an increasingly important and strategic partner for us in ethics. ASEBIO's role in promoting research, development, and innovation at the service of society, sustainability and competitiveness of the Spanish economy is fundamental for the sector and for the economy as a whole. And it's very important in this moment where we need to find the trend to the economic recovery. And for this reason, ASEBIO is a fundamental reference for the most innovative and leading companies in the Spanish biotech sector, which explains why it has more than 271 members of different types and sizes, not only companies, but also research institutions, science parks, universities, professional associations, and foundations working to promote the development of biotechnology in Spain. Moreover, the Secretary of State for Trade and ASEBIO share a fruitful bilateral relation, which is getting traditional one. Together, we support an extremely innovative sector, the biotechnology sector, and we support the industrialization and international expansion of the sector. Today, Biospain is the largest biotech event organized by a national bioindustry association in Europe, and one of the largest in the world if we take a look at the number of B2B meetings that are going to be held during the edition. As a result, Biospain is an international reference as trade fair for investment agents and biotech companies. The Secretary of State for Trade and Ethics have been supporting the celebration of Biospain in its different editions through all the instruments we have available. Well, first with institutional presence, of course, but also with a promotional stand, and through the economic and commercial offices worldwide in the main international markets for the sectors, specifically publicizing the events and identifying relevant agents in those markets and accompanying them to meet and participate in the edition. And I hope that we have contributed somehow to this 34% of international attendance in this edition. Biotechnology has certain characteristics that make the sector unique when it comes to internationalization. First, it is a sector with an extremely high technology component, with high value added. Second, knowledge and talent are also essential. And finally, it is an entrepreneurial transformative sector with significant public-private collaboration and where women also have a very relevant role because around 60% of those enrolled in biotechnology are in fact women. Taking all these elements into account, ITEX has developed a clear strategy for supporting the internationalization of the biotechnology sector, both the red and the green biotechnology. We have also identified the sector of life science and health as top priority for the next 2 years in our action plan for the internationalization of the Spanish economy 2021 and 2022. As I said before, ITEX has traditionally promoted the sector through 3 kinds of activities that conforms to the specificities of the sector. First, the promotion of the attraction of foreign direct investors through ITEX Invest in Spain. Second, through the grant of activities organized by ASEBIO in our bilateral sectoral plan. And finally, with the organization of national pavilions as major international reference fairs such as BioUS or BioJapan. And additionally, ITHEX has recently developed new lines of action and support for the biotechnology sector to complement the other three. As a result of this continuous dialogue with ASEBIO and the industry, ITHEX has launched since 2019 virtual commercial missions. So far, we have celebrated, for example, these missions to Australia, Japan, Taiwan, and New Zealand. Open innovation activities for large foreign multinationals interested in Spain biotechnology and Spain biotech ecosystem, and platforms for the internationalization of our technological and innovation ecosystems. These platforms, we call them Desafía, are getting more and more important for the biotechnology sector. And we are going to launch these Desafía programs for life sciences and biotech in markets such as Southeast Asia, Australia, Singapore, and the Netherlands. So as you can see, the relevance of biotechnology within ITHEX and within the Secretary of State for Trade is being growing in the last years with the continuous design and implementation of new instruments and programs. And this is, I think, the best proof of our commitment with the sector. I am sure that this edition, Biospain 2021, is going to give a boost to the Spain's healthcare sustainability and also for our economy. And so I wish you all a very productive and fruitful edition. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Xana Mendez, Secretary of State, for coming and supporting Biospain. Thank you. And now, please welcome Maria Chivite, President of the Government of Navarre. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for choosing Pamplona for Biospain 2021. No sé si por errores de protocolo yo había preparado la intervención en castellano y si me permiten así lo haré. La salud en general y la biotecnología en particular son sectores clave para nuestra comunidad, que ha apostado por ellos en los últimos años apoyándose en la base empresarial y el talento surgido en nuestra comunidad. La biotecnología está llamada a ser un sector estratégico en el impulso de la recuperación y con gran potencial de creación de empleo y, además, empleo de calidad. Navarra cuenta con un ecosistema muy favorable y en progresiva consolidación, indispensable para el impulso del bioemprendimiento en nuestra comunidad. Aspiramos a ser referentes en Europa, por lo que es una prioridad atraer nuevas empresas e inversiones a nuestra comunidad. En Navarra, la salud es una apuesta estratégica. Si hay un valor que se asocia a Navarra, es una buena asistencia sanitaria. Por lo tanto, es una apuesta estratégica, con el objetivo de impulsar los proyectos de investigación y las infraestructuras tecnológicas necesarias para el desarrollo de la medicina preventiva, la genómica, el diagnóstico avanzado y el tratamiento personalizado. Resulta clave la importancia estratégica de la biotecnología en salud, un sector que tiene una influencia fundamental en el mantenimiento, desarrollo y fortalecimiento del tejido empresarial innovador de las regiones. Y desde el Gobierno estamos fuertemente comprometidos con el desarrollo y consolidación del sector biomédico. La evolución en los últimos 10 años ha sido muy positiva, aprovechando el efecto pool de la mayor empresa de genéricos de España, que la tenemos aquí en la comunidad, que es CINFA, y el ecosistema creado a su alrededor, con empresas como 3P, Idifarma, Geyser Pharma, etc. Navarra es una de las comunidades que viene desarrollando en los últimos 5 años una apuesta decidida por la medicina personalizada para convertirse en líder a escala estatal. La medicina personalizada supone una evolución en la forma de enfocar la práctica médica que sitúa a la persona en el centro de una atención sanitaria a través del conocimiento científico generado desde la biomedicina, desde la genética, genómica y la sostenibilidad. Y esta nueva medicina provocará importantes cambios y mejoras en nuestros sistemas sanitarios y se convertirá además en un motor de innovación y de desarrollo económico en los próximos años. La implantación de las nuevas tecnologías y conocimiento dentro de los sistemas de salud de numerosos países necesita una estrategia que, diseñada acorde a las necesidades y a los recursos de cada uno de los países y territorios, augure su éxito. Además, el ritmo vertiginoso de cambio en este área hace necesaria que la estrategia esté bien definida y que permita que no desaprovechemos la oportunidad de estar en la vanguardia del desarrollo. Para la creación del Plan Estratégico Integral de Medicina Personalizada de Navarra se han tomado como referencia numerosas iniciativas y estrategias procedentes de otros países que poseen condiciones similares con el fin de poder establecer unos objetivos realistas y unos objetivos alcanzables. Por todo ello, el Gobierno de Navarra ha desarrollado esta estrategia de estrategia integral de medicina personalizada, alineada con el acuerdo de países miembros de la Comisión Europea para reunir información sobre 1 millón de genomas en Europa en 2022, con la Estrategia Nacional de Ciencia, Tecnología e Innovación 2021-2027 y con el Programa Marco de la Unión Europea Horizonte Europa 21-27. Como tal, la estrategia tiene como objetivo fundamental posicionar a Navarra como referente internacional en medicina genómica aplicada a la medicina personalizada mediante la excelencia investigadora, proporcionando a la ciudadanía navarra unos beneficios socioeconómicos significativos, incluido un sistema de salud más eficiente, más sostenible, un crecimiento económico y una generación, como decía al principio, de empleo de calidad. Dentro de la Estrategia Integral de Medicina Personalizada se propone un plan de acción para el periodo 21-30, poniendo en marcha más de 30 líneas de actuación específicas y más de 150 acciones asociadas a desarrollar en los próximos años. Navarra destaca por esa importante concentración de centros de conocimiento en el área biotecnológica, con un índice de especialización de 265, siendo 100 la media europea, y con un crecimiento de 205 del 20% en los últimos años. Por otro lado, también son muy relevantes aquí la completa infraestructura y dotación de servicios tanto sanitarios como sociosanitarios con un muy alto nivel de integración administrativa, así como los sectores industriales de alta capacitación y especialización, ideal para el prototipado de nuevos productos y servicios. Esta industria la conforman más de 30 empresas en el área biomédica y otras 40 en otras áreas de salud, además de 5 centros de investigación que dan trabajo a más de 2.400 profesionales, 2 universidades, 2 hospitales líderes en Navarra. Y desde el Gobierno, impulsando unas políticas públicas para reforzar este ecosistema que ya parte de un buen punto de partida, mejorar su competitividad y hacer de Navarra un referente en este ámbito. De hecho, desde el año 2016 se ha potenciado la I+D sanitaria con un mayor apoyo económico a la investigación en CIMA y en Navarra Biomed y consiguiendo la acreditación del Complejo Hospitalario de Navarra como hospital universitario y la acreditación de IDISNA como primer instituto de investigación sanitaria de colaboración público-privado en España. En este contexto, reunir aquí en Navarra, en Pamplona, a unos 900 profesionales del sector biotecnológico de más de 30 países resulta de máximo interés, sobre todo para identificar oportunidades de colaboración y de inversión. Además de las últimas tendencias del mercado, contamos con ponentes nacionales, internacionales, una exposición comercial e inversores de capital riesgo. Y termino. Nuestro afán, en definitiva, es captar inversión para sembrar la semilla del talento científico y el emprendedor. Somos el primer Gobierno autonómico con una estrategia integral de medicina personalizada y también queremos liderar ese PERTE de la industria agroalimentaria con el proyecto Ebro Food Valley. Estimamos que la inversión en conjunto ronde los 1.000 millones de euros, casi 400 más que los 620 millones previstos por las 43 empresas que en estos momentos forman parte del proyecto. En definitiva, queremos una Navarra presente en el sector biotecnológico, un área de negocio que aumentó un 46% el volumen de capital privado en 2020 y en el que creemos que la colaboración público-privada puede dar grandes beneficios no solo empresariales, sino también sociales. En estos momentos, la biotecnología española representa un 3,2% de la producción mundial en el área, pero se cita un 30% más que la media mundial. Nuestro país es la 8ª potencia mundial en producción de documentos en biotecnología y esto va en ascenso y esto es gracias, entre otras cosas, a eventos como este. Gracias por hacerlo posible, gracias por trabajar por el bien común de Navarra y de su ciudadanía. Eskerrik asko.
Thank you, Minister, on behalf of Biospain. Thank you once again, and thank you all for attending Biospain, the perfect environment for grow and continue providing solutions in the field of science and technology. This session, this welcome session, is about to finish, and it's now time for a break. We'll be back at 12:30, so see you then. Thank you again, and welcome to Biospain.